Welcome to Brett Ridgway's Learning for Life. This is Lesson 6, Part 6 of She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain in the series of Starting a Tune from Scratch. If you just come across this lesson, if you're just searching YouTube and you fell into this lesson, I'd recommend you not do it until you go back and do the first lesson. And we'll put a link to that, but you want to make sure at the end of the video, we'll put an end cap to that, end screen rather to that, so that you can go back to the beginning, because you need to learn the foundation, which is the melody. In the very first lesson, we taught you to play across the fretboard to do a scale and then up the scale. And then we taught you the first phrase of She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain by ear. And I actually taught it to you, but I showed you how to do it by ear. And then I encouraged you to do the rest of the song by ear. Whether you accomplish that or not, I've said this in every lesson, whether you've accomplished it or not does not matter. Whether you tried or not does matter. You want to try. You want to put that effort forward if you really want to learn this. Not the tune, if you really want to learn your instrument. And then we did teach you the remainder of the tune for those who didn't. And then I encouraged you to take things like nursery rhymes and try to pick those out by ear. And again, whether you were able to, doesn't matter. Whether you attempted to, does matter. In the second lesson, we put a chord to every note of the melody. And we showed you how to do that by assigning a chord to a fret number. And then we taught the song using those chords, but then just with some occasional chords if you were flat picking it. And then once again, I encouraged you to pick out nursery rhymes, things of that nature, and put the chords to them as well. So we taught it on the melody. Then in the next lesson, we moved and taught it on the bass string using inverted chords. And then in the next lesson, we taught how to play it above the 7th fret. Last week, we showed you how to put in hammer-ons and slides. Today, we're going to show you how to put in pull-offs. And to me, this is going to be a lot of fun. I think last week was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. But I think this week could even be a little bit, even more so, because you're going to get a little more creative. Before we were using the hammer-ons for the melody notes and then a little bit embellishment. We're going to do the same thing with the pull-offs. So we start the tune. We can put one in. We could actually do a couple things here, but let's try this. So what we did was the basic melody. Then we did a pull off here. So we did the pull off, but then we picked the note, and then we did a hammer on. Pull off, hammer on. Again, slower. You could do a hammer on here. But I want to try to focus on those pull-offs one more time. Pull off. Let's try something else. This is a lot of fun. Let's do that again. So you could actually just go across and do the pull-offs. One more time. Pull off on the middle. Pull off on the bass. Let's try it again. We could do a pull off on the melody, on the middle, on the bass. Let's do it again, sorry. So you got some ideas there to play with, and I think that's just really cool to do that. from the 4 to the 2, pull off, pull off, so you're pulling off 4 to 2, sliding that down, pull off 2 to 1, then you make your A. You could pull off either. Let's do that again. So lots of places you could do pull-offs. Just try random places. Let's try it on the bass string. And you could actually try those pull-offs where you would do the hammer-ons, but then come back up to the melody note. Instead of going, you could go, so from the beginning. You can do a pull-off there. That was a pull-off. So the first time I did the middle string with my ring, you could just do 1. Sorry about that. You can do pull-offs. With the whole chord, I did hammer-ons. Then I did a pull-off. So what I would do, and I didn't do it exactly the same way because I'm mixing the melody up. Let's play it from the beginning. But what I would do is where you would try to throw a hammer on, try to do a pull-off. So, and again, you'll have to come back to the melody note. But here we go. Pull-offs you could do there. Let's try it on the melody. And I'm going to try just to do pull-offs. I'm not going to do any hammer-ons. So I did a double. that was just all pull-offs, and you see how that really brings it to life. So when you throw the hammer-ons and the pull-offs together, so there I did a pull-off, hammer-on. There I did a pull-off, hammer-on. So again, you know, I could just sit there and teach you a song, and you can learn to play the song, and you learn to play it one way or two ways. Here, if you do what I'm asking you to do, where you play around, and that's all you're doing, you're playing around, you're experimenting, where will these hammer-ons go in? And sometimes, again, if you're going from a higher note to a lower note, you could do a pull-off, a double pull-off, but sometimes, just as I said, for embellishment, just that way, or go from a pull-off and just play around with this. And again, this is so much fun to do, and I'm hoping you're really enjoying this and putting this all together, because it's just so much more fun to sit and actually play the instrument instead of playing something that's just memorized and then being able to mix it up in embellishment. I hope these lessons are helpful. I hope you're enjoying them. I hope they're fun for you. More than anything, I hope you're just learning to play your instrument and enjoy what you're doing and enjoying this process. I've mentioned this every lesson. I need to. Patrons are the reason these lessons are free, that I'm not charging. I could charge for these lessons. I chose not to. I chose to take a different route. And by the way, when teachers charge for lessons, they have not only every right, they should, because, you know, and the Bible says even a laborer is worthy of his hire. And I'm not charging for these lessons. And the only reason I'm doing these lessons, or able to do these lessons, because there are those who are giving back to this program, who are investing in their own learning process. So again, I do hope you're enjoying these. If you're taking these lessons, I would ask you to at least consider becoming a patron. Even at the $5 entry level, you get a free workshop, live stream workshop every single month, which right there is a $20 value for the live stream workshops. And again, that's at the $5 entry. And then when you do more, 10, 15, you get CDs, you get other things like that. But thank you, patrons. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And anyone who might consider becoming a patron, please share these lessons. Please leave some comments. We'd love to hear from you. I'd love to see your progress. And we will talk to you real soon on your next lesson. Thanks so much for watching. God bless.